checking in with you after the doctor's appointment. I know I've seen some Facebook notifications saying that you want to hear from me. I haven't been able to be on my phone. The doctor's appointment went well. It was 1:30 Eastern time, and it was an hour, and a half before he got in the room. I don't know what was up with that. I was like, oh no, this is not starting out good. That's like a really, but my sister, who's a doctor, is like, well, I mean, anything could happen, but it is really bizarre, and she had to pick up her kids from school. So after the consult, she actually had to leave. But he was great. I'm glad I've had 2 consults, because compared to my first consult, he was so much more detailed. Like at my first consult, which was in Indianapolis when I lived there, she looked at me and all of that, but she never felt around on my stomach or anything. And my sister was laughing at me saying he felt me, but he felt everywhere. He had me lay down. He, was showing me the different things. And, when I took my robe off, he was like, wow, you look like my gastric bypass surgery patients, which, I knew because I've seen them, and he's like, but, we should be able to get you, up looking good. He said my abdominal wall is only 2 centimeters separated apart, about 1 inch between my muscles. So, it could be worse. Some people have 3 inches. I've seen that's kind of a typical thing. As far as doing my tubes tied during the surgery, he didn't seem to be big on that, which people always tell me, and my sister kept telling me, that her friend did that, but it's it's not as common as I think people think. And he said, he does the surgery at his surgery center. I'd have to go to a hospital. There's more risk of infection. Obviously he wouldn't do it. And then also the CO2, I'd experience much more pain because they have to put that in for the, it didn't sound good. We were supposed to get my husband's numbers back today, but the doctor wasn't in, so the results were there, but she had to sign off on them, so we have to wait till Monday. So it sounds like the best thing is going to be a vasectomy, if my husband's levels are even fertile, so we'll just get the urologist opinion, depending on what his numbers are and how they're shaped and how fast they are, and if you've had infertility, you know all about that. Never knew that all existed until I went through that. But anyway, back to the appointment. Everything went really well. He gave me kind of the good, better, best options, but he didn't push them, which I really liked. So it wasn't like a marketing thing. He just said, we can take, he did say I have about 4 to 5 pounds left that I could lose before the surgery. So, which I thought that, so if anybody's out there thinking, oh my gosh, this girl needs to get off HCG, I don't. And I don't even know if my body can drop that, honestly, and if not, then it's not what it, meant to be. And I know a lot of people get them at bigger weights, but he just said, I said, how much is this skin and how much is fat? And he said, you could afford to lose, 4 to 5 more pounds. But he said that he could take fat from my stomach and put it in my butt, 'cause I have no butt, y'all. It is so flat. Which I knew that'd be an option, but I'm not paying for that, I don't have the money for that. And then he suggested doing, the flanks, that they could, lipo the flanks, which, I barely have any flank fat, but he said if you do that, then, it just gives you a little bit better result. But he wasn't pushing any of that, and obviously, I don't have any extra money to spare. So, and for me, this is, I think plastic surgery is fine for people if you want to do it. For me, this is something I've carried around for 18 years. It's not really a vanity thing. It's, I just want this freaking stuff going off my stomach, like the scars, the last thing I care about, some of my stretch marks, because they go all the way up to my boobs. He said that a lot of them will be completely gone, from, but some of them will still come down to above my belly button, just because they are so, so bad. And, you know, in his book of pictures, he only had one patient whose stomach looked similar to mine, and it was a gastric bypass patient. So most of the other women in there, like, it did, honestly, I thought they were after shots, and they were before shots. I couldn't believe these people had tummy tucks. I mean, I'm not judging, but oh my gosh, I can't imagine going through that and paying for that if it was just some minor thing. But to each his own, seriously. But anyway, trying to get everything in. He said recovery time would be good, you know, wouldn't be bad. About 6 weeks, if my body would allow me, I could start jogging some, which I didn't know how long it would be, so that was good to hear. And then drains, 3 to 5 days. Sound like I'd only have one drain. A lot of people I've seen had several drains. He didn't think swelling would be a big issue. Then I had to go in this room and drop my robe and do these pictures, and it was like 8 pictures of you, like me barely moving to each side and around. And surprisingly, I don't know if it is because I've lost weight or what, or because, I don't know. But I mean, like, no underwear, nothing. And I didn't care at all. Like, I didn't feel awkward at all. It was really strange because, I mean, I've never not felt, I mean, I was like, dang, girl got some confidence. So yeah, that was really strange. Like, and it was also kind of liberating in a way. Just to be like, okay, you know, here I am in all my glory. So anyway, now I'm driving home and I have like an hour and a half, and it's like crazy traffic. It's like rush hour traffic here. Let's see if I can get over. I'm trying to think, there's something else I wanted to tell you guys about it. I really liked him. I know what I was going to tell you. My sister, her husband's a radiologist, and then she's a doctor, but her father-in-law and her brother-in-law are both surgeons, and so he actually knew them, of course, because they've been around in this area forever and own their own clinics and stuff. And he actually, my sister's father-in-law did back surgery on this plastic surgeon. And then the nurse that was in there with me has worked with my brother-in-law's brother and dad. So that was kind of a cool connection. But I just felt at ease with him. He's very matter-of-fact. His bedside manner was way better than the one consult I had in Indy. You know, and as far as financially, it was literally half the price of the one in Indy. So I've never seen a tummy tuck this inexpensive. The tummy tuck itself is $5,000, and in Indy I was quoted $10,000 for the tummy tuck alone. And then the anesthesia and surgery center is like $2,400. So it's $7,400, which was really great to hear because, you know, in Indy it was going to be about $13,000. Whoa. And he does, you know, the revisions if necessary for free and all that stuff, which hopefully we wouldn't need that. But said the surgery would only be 4 hours, which in Indy she told me 6, so I was really happy about that. Just because for some reason that seemed a little less scary to me. Obviously just praying that somehow, you know, the finances work out. In March, starting in March, I have commitments all the way through the end of the year that I don't have time to heal from this, and it's actually mid-March. So now is the time, and you know, we're just not in a position where we can take out a loan and feel good about it, just because our son's going to college, and you know, I had surgery last summer on my wrist, and just, you know, how life is. So anyway, just really hoping that somehow it all works out, and I know that God is in control, and I'm hoping, I mean, what my prayer is that I can get it done in February. And, you know, I can lose a couple more pounds and get this done. You guys, like I said, are so incredibly sweet. Thank you so much. I think I said it earlier, I was like, I had a real panic attack this morning. But when I got in there, it was fine, and I felt really comfortable with him. I like that he knows, you know, my family. I mean, my sister sister's family, but my brother-in-law and his family. And my sister's actually going to ask her father-in-law about this doctor and just make sure. I mean, her friend who's a doctor had a tummy tuck through him and recommended him, but she's going to talk to my brother-in-law's dad and brother and just make sure, you know, there aren't any weird things. I mean, because there's people out there, you guys, that, I mean, surgeons and stuff. My sister has a friend who, he was an ER surgeon, and he had, you know, was an alcoholic and was doing all these surgeries drunk. I mean, it's just crazy. So you have to be really careful. So she's going to check on that, and hopefully it's going to be a go. I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm so thankful for your support. I'm sorry that this is over 10 minutes. I can't wait to get home and read all your Facebook comments and watch your vlogs and all of that. You guys keep it up. You're doing awesome, awesome, awesome. And I love you all. I'll see you soon.